Hold up, before you get to watching this video, let me talk to you for a second. Hit that bell down below and subscribe to the Fitz Take Podcast YouTube channel so you'll know when every episode is dropping or if something has been posted on this page. Also, be sure to follow me and Elijah on our social media platforms. They will be linked down in the description. Now back to the episode.
Me and Elijah were both talking about this video, and it's something that does happen quite a bit in the game of football that people, they say you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do this. It was a moment in the game when Ole Miss was playing Kentucky, and Jackson Dart made a motion to his running back and told him to get down, essentially telling him to fake an injury. And you get the injury timeout, and defenses do it as a way to slow down offenses when they're on a roll. If they're trying to go into their turbo or tempo their offense up, defensive players, defensive coordinators will do that. What are your thoughts, Elijah, on the faking of injuries, the moments? It's almost like the boy who cried wolf type thing. What do you feel about that?
Man, these plays need to be reviewable. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that it doesn't happen. Offensively, defensively, we talked about this. It's a strategy, especially if you need tempo or you need an extra break. But if it's that blatant, I think it need to be reviewed. Laundry need to come on the field. We need to back them up. They need to find a way to do something about that because that was just blatant. He was like, "Go down, like go." Like, what are you doing, bro? Like, you just doing it right in front of the refs. Like, at least send him out the motion, act like he tripped over himself. I caught a cramp. Like, that man literally just looked at the sideline and just said, "I'm down." And I think that the committee should start looking at stuff like this because that can really determine the outcome of the game. I mean, they're doing this purposely, going tempo, doing this stuff to mess up your formations or throw you off guard. And for you to do something like that, is it unfair? Yes, it is. But if you're doing it blatantly, and it's not getting caught, or you're just doing it like that, I should say, that's something they should look into. Like now, if he was in motion and he tripped over himself, you can't say nothing because he was in motion and he tripped over himself. My calf, I caught a cramp. It's hot out here. Like that happens. But you just drop it to the ground for no reason after they telling you to drop to the ground. So I think they need to start reviewing stuff like that and call it. It's a 5-yard penalty, or to me, 5-yard penalty it could be a loss of down. So I think that's what you should do.
What would you even call it? Because I think the most recent addition to things is what they call it, like misingenuous signals. That LSU has gotten a ton of them already, where basically, college football teams, instead of going with a regular snap count, a lot of quarterbacks, they'll clap. And so you'll see defenses do things like the linebacker will clap, or they'll do something, they'll stem the defensive line or things like that, and they call it misingenuous signals or something like that, and that's a penalty now. The game changing, bro, because I remember it was a game we played, and we were playing against Texas Lutheran, and they were stemming, and the linebacker, we had our snap count was blue down, said hut, and so the quarterback would go blue down, and then the linebacker would go move, and when he would say that, the D line would stem, and so the first 2-3 times that they did that, obviously we got false start penalties because we oh man, we moving because they moving and all that stuff like that. But this was, I think, before that was really emphasized as a penalty. So I don't even know what you would call that penalty, faking injuries, loss of downs, third down, whatever. I don't
know.
Maybe. I don't know what you would call it. That would be something that you would need to add to the rule book. I want to say I agree with you to an extent. When it's that blatant, you have to do something. But as somebody that has firsthand seen that stuff happen, let me tell y'all something. It be coaches on the sideline that are designated to tell them, I'm giving away recipes. What Michael Irvin say, we're losing recipes. Because somebody should have been on the sideline and been like, hey, go down. That was the signal. Go down.
What is it?
Because I remember Go down. Go down. I swear, bro. One time we were sitting on the sideline and we had just come off for a drive, and whoever we were playing, I can't remember who it was, but we were at home, so we were on the bench, and I remember they did it. So we, on the board, we looking at stuff, trying to get ready for the next drive, and a guy they limping him off. They're like, and it was like one of our best players, and they were bringing him off, and he was like, he was selling it, ah. He got to the sideline. He stood up and walked off. I said, "What the heck just happened?" They said, "Oh, he shot him." And then later down the line, I saw they do that. Yeah. Is it fair? No. But you know what? Life ain't fair. Like, it happens. Like, what do you want me to do? If you care about it so bad, when they finally get up after faking it, score a touchdown. I don't know. Like, it is what it is. Like, there are just that's the same thing with, like, offensive player doing a rub route, running a pick. Like, it's all about angles. It's all about advantage. Whatever. That is the thing about it being in the heat of competition. I'm going to do whatever it takes to beat you. So in that, instead of you saying, "Man, they're slowing down our tempo," score a touchdown. Score a touchdown. Let's score a touchdown. That's it. Now, like I said, I agree. When it is that blatant, where you can look on the replay and see him pointing to his running back to get down, I agree that there should be consequences for that. But if it's somebody on the sideline and because they doing their signals, so if they're all right, we're running Cub, and they do that and they filter it in there, so be it, bro. Like, it is what it is. It is what it is. You have to check I think probably the only thing that could potentially stop it is if referees start telling players, like, all right, you got to be out a certain number of plays. Because I think at one point even Trey Amos did it. He went down, and I think 1 or 2 plays later, the commentator, he was like, to no surprise, Trey Amos is back on the field. And I was like, hey, man, look, I get it. People as fans are going to be mad. They're going to be upset. And there's going to be outrage about certain things. There's probably going to be outrage about me saying this, whatever. But as somebody that's been in the line of competition, all I can say is go score a touchdown. Make them to where, all right, you fall on the ground, but you're going to be falling down, being down 42-0. How about that? Yeah, you're going to be getting injury timeouts, but you're going to be getting whooped. Like,
thank you so much for watching this clip of the Fitz Take podcast. Be sure to like this video and also subscribe to the YouTube channel, and also follow me and Elijah on our social media platforms. They will be linked down in the description. And remember, every episode of the Fitz Take podcast will air right here on the YouTube channel every Monday at 2 p.m. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.